Hello, my name is Yasmi Ordóñez, and we are group number 3. We are talking about The Grave. The Grave is a white bear poem by Robert Blair, and it is work with which and it's mainly known, according to Blair, in a letter he wrote to Dr. Dougherty, and most of the poem was composed before he became minister and interim editor and editor John Johnson. And it was composed while still a student, thought probably correct and explained, but it's more mature process. Poem and long lines is an example of what become known as a cemetery poetry school, and part of the poem's continuing compromise scholarship involves a back example of what became known and pain of Robert Handel and comics, and which include illustration completed by the romantic poet and illustration and by William Blake. He were believed to have been most until for when discovered in 2003. The poem, which consists of a three version of 100 to write, the development of the blooded culture was a great success of the time and the population with respect to the less belief for the funerary seal. And there was often of one of the was due in their discussion and late at 9, and of what was within reason why they were a pregnancy, because the two poems were published at the same time, and the great letter inspired the wolves, and above all in the influence of time the overworld wish and the light and flames, the library and of the laming trees of the artist values almost no one, and it attributed to the 12th admirer drawing of William Blake, and in 1757 and to 1822, and which are the consequences and expressions for all. The poem is so important and make a difference between and after the literary. Now my partner will continue.
My name is Dana, and I'm going to talk about the history about the creation. We couldn't find anything about that, and I'm just going to talk about some aspect. The Grave is a poem by the English poet Robert Blair, published in 1743 from a moral intention. It is composed of a series of meditation of death, corruption of the body, the pain of those who survive the loved ones, and ends with the retention of a resurrection. The critical appreciation for us, this poem expresses the sadness and pain of loss, induces the horror of death's physical manifestations, and suggests the transitory nature of human life. And he makes a direct appeal to the reader's emotion, tending to subordinate the argument to sensational effects. Just that for me.
This is all for us, and thank you for your attention.